If you hate clowns but love skateboarding dogs, then this video is for you. Not because I'm going to teach you how to run away and join the circus, although that does look kind of fun, but because the better you understand why people like what they like, hate what they hate, do what they do, and think what they think, the better you're going to be able to create effective, profitable, and business-growing marketing strategies. Strategies that leverage the science of influence and the art of persuasion and allow you to tap into those deep psychological feelings and attitudes and beliefs that all of your customers have. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some studies, some stories, as well as some strategies from the field of psychological marketing, so you can make a bigger impact, get more attention, and grow your business by making way better marketing. So let me show you how it's done. Understanding why people do what they do is one of the most important elements to marketing success. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to go out there and become a psychology major, but simply understanding a few proven principles and fundamentals behind why people do what they do and think what they think can really help your marketing go a long way. For example, did you know that by simply telling a story about a time that you acted more adventurous or more open-minded can make your customers more receptive and more willing to accept what you're offering them, more willing to take risks on trying out a new product or service? Well, it can, and this psychological marketing trick is known as priming. And did you know that by using words like speed and victory and success and running, and simply putting those words into your marketing can actually make your customers move physically faster? And well, studies show that the opposite is also true. When you subject your customers to words like bingo and retirement and pension and other words typically associated with elderly people, they actually move physically slower. Well, the reason this works is because it triggers different mental schemas, which are kind of like structures for organizing information, and it's incredibly powerful. So it turns out that those cheesy motivational posters may not be so cheesy after all. Words matter. And so does packaging, presentation, and design. There was a famous study done proving this exact point involving everybody's favorite health food, the chocolate brownie. Study participants were all given the exact same brownie, but delivered in one of 3 different ways: on a paper napkin, on a paper plate, or on a piece of really nice fine china. The study results showed that not only did the finer dining ware result in a more enjoyable brownie eating experience, but also the more expensive or more luxurious the presentation of the brownie, the more that the study participants were willing to pay just to get the exact same brownie. In fact, the study participants that received their chocolate brownie on the piece of fine china were willing to pay up to 3 times more for the exact same brownie. This is because our brains, as human beings, aren't really that logical, which means neither are your customers. It's not that they're dumb or slow or ignorant even. It's just that they've got these naturally baked in decision-making processes that are full of flaws and full of errors. You see, we as human beings use mental shortcuts known as heuristics to help us make decisions quickly and to help us make sense of the crazy, wild, and weird world and all of the things going on all around us all the time. Well, like most shortcuts in life, they're prone to errors. They're prone to mistakes. After all, they have to be. They simply can't take in all of the facts and all of the information to make perfectly logical and rational decisions every time. Now, the mistakes that result from these rapid fire, almost subconscious decision-making processes are known as cognitive biases, and there's over 100 of them. This is why people hate paying for shipping separately, but will happily pay a premium to have it included. It's why liquor stores playing German music in the background sell more German wines, and it's why liquor stores playing French music in the background sell more French wines. Or why a website with money on the homepage will have their shoppers more focused on cost savings, whereas a website with nice, puffy, comfortable looking clouds will have the shoppers more focused on comfort. And it's why even though we know the price of $199 is basically $200, our brains still think it's a good deal. And this tiny price change, simply by putting a 9 at the end, known also as a price charm, can lead to double-digit increases in sales and conversions. And even though the price change is just one tiny dollar, well, simply by putting a 9 at the end, also known as charm pricing, can result in double-digit increases in sales and conversions. Let's talk about clowns now. So what is it about clowns that just turns some people off? Well, one theory is called the uncanny valley effect, and it states that we have trouble processing things that look like they should be human, but something's just not quite right. Now, some people can just shrug this off and be like, hey, it's just a clown. But in others, it produces a negative response, and sometimes even full-blown panic. Dogs riding skateboards, on the other hand, are pretty much universally loved by everyone. In fact, studies show there are deep psychological reasons why we as humans are naturally drawn to cute things. Kind of stems from an evolutionary trait where we feel this urge or this desire to protect things that need protecting, like cute little defenseless animals. Now, most scientists believe that this actually stems from the need to protect your own children, but the reality is that even if you don't have children, you still feel this urge. And this is because there's a significant spillover effect to other cute looking things, which is just another example of cognitive biases running amok in our everyday lives. Basically, things that look like they should be human, but something's just not quite right, like clowns, kind of give us that icky feeling. Whereas cute things that look like they need protecting, they make us feel good. It's why the Aflac duck has been such a powerful mascot for Aflac. Let's check him out now.
Hey, go Aflac! What the heck, Troy? That's not your kid.
The Aflac duck is just covering for Sophie. Same way you got me money to help cover her hospital bill when my health insurance didn't pay for all of it.
But this isn't fair.
And it's why this next Walmart ad, despite being one of my favorites of all time, still can't quite lose that creepy vibe.
It's time for Daddy to make some funny.
Yeah, we got all of this at Walmart. Really? The decorations, the tablecloths, all of the food. And we even saved enough money for
In fact, while on the topic of clowns, we really do need to address the single most famous clown of all times, Ronald McDonald, and why McDonald's decided to pull their famous spokesclown from rotation. So here's the story. As if clowns weren't already creepy enough, back in 2016, there were a group of not-so-nice people dressing up as clowns and doing some not-so-nice things. In fact, there were so many negative clown incidents that there's even a Wikipedia page dedicated to the 2016 clown sightings. McDonald's, who obviously didn't want to be associated with any of this crazy clown tomfoolery, made the smart and strategic decision to pull Ronald off the hamburger circuit.
McDonald's and franchisees in the local markets are mindful of the current climate around clown sightings in communities, and as such are being thoughtful in respect to Ronald McDonald's participation in community events for the time being.
So what's the takeaway message here? Are clowns out and ducks in? Maybe, but looking at it that way is the wrong way to look at things, because approaching it this way is making a business decision based on a fad, rather than a trend, or more importantly, deeper psychological forces that are at play here. First off, clowns were never really in, and choosing a clown for your mascot isn't a whole lot better than choosing a spider, or a snake, or anything else that some people find just downright creepy. Next, it's not that ducks are in, it's that cute things are pretty much always in. And this is true across the world, not just in cultures like Japan, where there's a word called kawaii, which translates roughly to cuteness, and is actually one of the most frequently used words. You see, it doesn't matter where you're from or what you do, we like cute things and we don't like creepy things. That shouldn't come as much of a surprise. What may come as a bit of a surprise, though, is just how deeply ingrained these beliefs, these psychological feelings, truly are. We simply can't get away from them. We can't outthink them, and that means neither can your customers. So with that said, if you'd like even more specifics and actionable takeaways, the next thing you're going to want to do is check out the video I have linked up right here on 15 psychological marketing triggers to make people buy from you. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.